Hello and welcome to today's lesson. We're going to talk about essay structure. This is Ms. Zainab Teraif, and let's move on to the learning outcomes. Today we're going to try and attempt to follow an essay structure, which we're going to learn about in a bit, and produce better writings. Now, tidying up is very important. Do you agree? Yes, it's pleasing to the eye. And it also helps us find information or find things faster when everything follows a certain order. Basically, when it comes to essay writing, your essay should not be piled up in one large paragraph. It should be divided. It should be paragraphed, organized, and neat. So let's imagine our essays to be a human body. There's a head, an upper body, lower body, and shoes. Our essays are the same. They all have heads, which is the introduction. And then there's body one, which is the upper body, body two, which is the lower body, and the shoes, which is the conclusion. It's very important. Nobody walks around without shoes. Okay? In the introduction, we have to mention what the topic is. And then it's very important we also state our opinion. What do we think about this topic? Okay? And usually in essays, they will give you the topic and you'll just have to talk about it. In this case, the topic is studying from home or online studying. So this is the topic. Nowadays, people prefer studying from home than on campus. What do I think about this? I agree with this. I think online school is the best thing ever created for our learning. Okay? And this, of course, is up to you whether you agree or disagree. In this case, I agree. In body one, we have to talk about the advantages. Of course, if you write any point, you have to back it up with an example. Okay? Just so it makes your essay stronger and it makes the reader more convinced in whatever you're trying to sell. Let's look at this example. Firstly, online school saves time and effort when it comes to traveling. That is my point. Students can study whenever and wherever using the internet rather than driving to campus. So this is an example to the point I just made. Moreover, online studying is cheap, another point. To illustrate, online courses cost less in British university. This is the example to my point. So I made 2 points and I backed them up with 2 examples. After you complete body 1, you move on to body 2. In body 2, you need to talk about all the disadvantages of whatever topic you're given, in this case, online school. Like I said, you have to back up your your points with examples. Let's look at mine. On the other hand, online school can feel lonely and the students will not have friends to study with. This is one point. Therefore, it is not suitable for everyone, especially extroverts. Moreover, studying online is more difficult than studying on campus because in many cases there is no tutor. The student has to do a lot of reading to understand the subject. Okay? The last thing you need to put is the shoes. Put on is the shoes, which is the conclusion in your case when you're writing an essay. You need to state your opinions again. At the beginning, I agreed, so I need to agree again. I need to say something like, to sum up, studying online is a wonderful thing for many people, and I agree with promoting this kind of learning in schools and universities. So I restated my opinion just there, and I need to add a recommendation. Basically, in this part, we spoke about the disadvantages in body 2. Now we need to address them in the recommendations. So what is the solution to these problems? Let's see. In order to fix the problems related to online studying, I recommend students to communicate with other online learners through social media and create virtual study groups. So that is the recommendation I made in my essay. Once you're done with your essay, it's going to look like this. Very organized, very neat. There's an introduction, body 1, body 2, and a conclusion. These are things that you need to remember when you write an essay, especially in the final exam. You need to follow the essay structure. You need to have an introduction, body, and a conclusion. Your body can have two parts, paragraph 1, paragraph 2, or many others as well. It can have 4 paragraphs if you want. Use signposting. Did you notice that in my writing, there were words such as firstly, secondly, moreover, on the other hand, for example? Now, these will make your essay a lot easier to follow for the reader. So when I read your essay, I know you're making an example, you're speaking about the disadvantages when you say on the other hand. You make a point when you say firstly, secondly, thirdly, and so on. So it's very important that you keep your work organized. Avoid writing difficult words you don't know or you don't normally use. This is very important because you end up misspelling them. And misspelling or just say spelling problems make it harder for you to pass, because this is a very common error in English. Sorry, a very common problem in English one. A lot of students will have spelling mistakes because they try so hard to spell words they don't usually use. I would say don't do that. Stick to simple words that you're familiar with. Before you submit, please read your essay one last time. Find and fix any errors you find and add any missing information. Maybe forget to add a conclusion. Your last 2 minutes before you submit, you need to check your work and then add any missing information. And that is it. Thank you for watching. And if you reached this far, you know that there's an activity here for you to do. Good luck with that. If you have any questions, there's the forum. Go ahead and submit a question there, and I will make sure I answer, or your fellow students will answer for you as well. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.